students. Today we are going to understand Constitution of India as well as its need and different features which are mentioned in the Constitution, or you can say which makes this Constitution so worthy and so unique in itself. Here you can see the picture. This topic is of class 8 and the book which we are having is of civics, that we all know as a political science. This is the first chapter of your book. Now here you can see this is how it look like, the set of the rules, the constitution. This is national emblem, you can see. Now in the beginning you can see there are articles and the different parts. Now comes to what is constitution. Well, when we talk about the definition, definitely it is a written set of principles according to which a state or organization is governed is called constitution. Means it is a set of principles by which a nation is run. This central picture is the preamble of the Indian Constitution. This is a preface, or you can say, well, the first picture is also the preamble, but in two different designs it is written. This is only a kind of introduction where if you can't read the complete constitution, but if you read the preamble, you come to know that what has been given inside any constitution. So if any constitution is having a preamble, you can read that and understand the basic nature of that constitution. Well, moving further, here this is a case study given in NCERT book about the Nepal's democracy setup. Well, after a long journey of struggle, Nepal achieved its own constitution, its establishment of democracy from monarchy to the elected representative. Well, there were many phases from 1990 till 2006, and still it depends on the requirement of the nation that they are making the changes. These are the different pictures in geographical area. If you talk about, then you can see in the map of India, Nepal has been shaded. 2006, the democracy movement in Nepal. Well, this is the flag they are having for their party. These are the one picture is showing. This is showing the actually the party flag, as well as the people are demonstrating for the establishment of democracy. Now further, if we see Nepal, you can see this is the map of Nepal, and in Nepal different districts are there, and in 2017 there is a result also been depicted. But in overall, when we see that establishment of democracy was not at all easy in Nepal, because the monarchy was not willing to give its powers to the democratic government, as he was feeling that he means the monarchy wanted to rule all over. For throughout the years when they ruled, they didn't do even a single time willing. So in different phases the constitution or the establishment of democracy was happened in Nepal. The first time when the Nepal made its own constitution, it had a problem that maximum powers were in the hands of king. But later on, gradually, when the people got disagree with this, especially the political parties, then they made the effort, and after many efforts, 2006 till 2006, they created a constitution which was more liberal and giving more democratic setup to the nation. Well, this is the king restored the third parliament and asked the political parties to form a government. In 2007, Nepal adopted an interim constitution. Well, finally, 2007, it was adopted. Now comes over to the next is the features of Indian Constitution. Well, when we talk about the features, these are the basic things which were introduced by the Constitution of India from the beginning, as these were the parts. Like this, the first feature is federalism. Well, when we say federalism, you can see the picture is being shown. There is a national government and the other one is the state government. Well, it is a level of the governments. Well, in federalism, we have levels of the government like central government and there are many state governments. But in India, we have the third level also, and that is the Panchayati Raj system. So that's why we don't have a similar kind of setup from where we have inspired this feature, from where we have seen it, we have adopted it from America, but we have a different situation, so we created three-tier system. Second one is parliamentary form of government. Well, this is the picture of the Parliament of India. Parliamentary form of government, it's simply explaining itself that we have a parliament, the members are sitting there who are elected by us by the election process, and in election process every citizen gives a vote to its particular choice of leader or party, whatever they are choosing. So this is actually safeguarding, actually giving us a right, that is universal adult franchise, means right to vote. So that is been given. So we elect our representatives and they make the government in parliament. Now next one is separation of power. Yes, separation of powers. Look at the picture. There are three organs we are having: legislature, judiciary, executive. Well, three of them are working independently, but their powers are defined by the constitution. After all, if they want to work freely, their work should be clear, and that is clear by the constitution. Like as legislature's supreme work is that they will make the law or do the changes, needful changes in the law. Then judiciary is particularly giving justice. Means if the government is making law, it keeps an eye that law should be according to the constitution. Executive, well, the law which has been framed, it has to be implemented. So the executive is responsible for this third task to implement it, to make it in the reach of people. So these are the three organs we are having. Next one is fundamental rights. Yes, being a citizen, it is the foremost important element you should have. And in our constitution, look at the picture, we have all the fundamental rights which are been written here: right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and a constitutional remedy. This particular section of fundamental right is actually the most important one part of the constitution. After all, a good citizen needs an atmosphere where it can develop itself, and that only can be possible when it has the all the rights. By using these rights, it can do the person can develop himself or herself into a good citizen. So constitution guarantees every and each individual to have these rights for their better progress. The next one feature is secularism. When we say secularism, it just simply means that all the religions, you can see this picture, all the religions are equally treated here. There is no bias policy, there is no bias treatment on the basis of your religion. Well, it is very clear by the word secular, the state government, or you simply say the state do not promote does not promote any particular religion as an official religion of the state. Then we have some fundamental rights here. One by one, let's go through with the fundamental rights quickly to understand its meaning and relevance. Well, this is the right to equality in article number 14 to 18, which is telling that every person is equal and equally protected by the law of the country. Means it doesn't matter which background you are having, but the law is simply applicable to all in an equal manner. Another one is that nobody can be discriminated against their religion, caste, or gender identity. Then you are free to use the means you are having equality, equally participating or using the social property which is for the society. Then state cannot discriminate anyone on the matters of employment. Whenever you see employment ads which are issued by the government, you simply see they always mention one line that the person should be Indian. Okay, so they always ask citizenship, not the religion. Then practice of untouchability is completely abolished. Now no more it is in practice and it is an offense. Another one is right to freedom. Well, right to freedom is also known as a cluster of freedom. Uh, as you have so many freedoms here, so that's why it is a cluster. It includes expression, to form the associations, move freely, reside freely in the any part of the nation, and practice any profession which is legal. You can choose your occupation, nobody can force you. It is article 19 which is giving you all these freedoms. Right against exploitation, it consists three main things. It is between 23 and 24. This is consisting, first of all, human trafficking is not allowed, prohibits this kind of practice, means selling and purchasing of human, like as earlier time colonialism, the slaves used to be sell and purchase. This kind of system is no more in practice. Then another one thing which is here is that nobody can force you to do services without a payment, okay, which is known as also known as begar. Another one thing is child below the age of 14 cannot be kept on any dangerous jobs, because till 14 they have right to education. So these are the things which are given in this right. Another one, right to freedom of religion. Well, these are the articles 25, 26, 27, and 28, where the people are being provided this freedom that they can practice their religious matters by their choice. Nobody can force you to convert yourself or to not to do the worship. Well, along with that, there are duties where you are not supposed to threat anyone else religion also. So basically it is related to the practice of your own religion. Another one, cultural and educational rights. Well, these are the articles which are being shown in the picture, and this is simply saying being a minority religious, if you have a special language skills, or you have a special artistic skills, you have some kind of art handicraft work of your community, that can be promoted. You can open particular institutions which can promote these kind of minority related cultural events or the handicraft kind of things. Next one, and the government will give the grants also. Grants means help of the money. Last one is the constitutional right to constitutional remedies. Means above you have seen all these rights, how to protect them if anybody violates them. So there the solution has been given here in this one, article number 32, where they are saying that if anyone violates, anyone is actually disturbing your rights, interrupting into it, then you can go to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court can protect you, protect your rights, and there are different methods which are being used to protect your rights. Now the next one, okay, on the basis of above theory, you can practice all these questions for your more evaluation of yourself after studying it. And lastly, this is I'm sharing the preamble of Indian Constitution, where you can see the highlighted words are there, where you can see when it was enacted, The dates are been also given. It is clearly mentioned that we have all these features which are been, in the world we have seen, and we got the inspiration from different nations, and we made sure, means our constitution makers made it sure that assured us that these are must be the part of our Indian constitution. So in future also we should have in safe hands. The Constituent Assembly, which made this constitution for India, was headed, the president of that Constituent Assembly was Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and the drafting committee, which was having the responsibility to write down this constitution, was in the hands of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So that's why Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is also known as the father of Indian constitution. So by this explanation, now I hope the features of Indian constitution and the fundamental rights which are written in our constitution, they must be very clear. Along with these, there are some fundamental duties which are giving us information, giving us an alert in our mind that we don't just have the rights but also some duties. But they were not introduced in the beginning of the constitution, they were later added on, so that people can understand their duties also towards their nation, towards their society. So that's all in this video. Keep doing practice, and all the best.